here in this afternoon. Thank you, Cindy. I'm not Vicky, I'm sorry. It's not the first time I've called you Cindy, by the way. It's not the first. Have you noticed that? No. It was an old girlfriend. I just like. I'm not going to say any more than that. It was an old girlfriend. Okay.
Remember my favorite song?
Yes.
Okay. That's good. I thought that was a private.
It's hell getting old, you know. Of course, the whole world should wear name tags in public anyway. So, first name in big letters. Well, I hurt my finger. I sliced my finger cooking 3 days ago, and so I'm playing with one hand behind my back here. So my picking may be limited. All right. There's a song some of you might know. It's from my first CD from 1998. Available on cassettes, 8 tracks, and vinyl. Betty won a trip to Hawaii from the local Walmart store. At 41, she's never been far from the hometown before. Never married, works at the library, goes to church twice a week. Late bloomer waiting for the day she can spread her wings. Well, they gave her a lay when she got off the plane. Learned how to hula Waikiki Bay. She spends all day sipping pineapple rums. She's even discovered the native tongue. Goodbye to that girl so straight and steady. If any of y'all know this, help me right here. Aloha, Betty. Thank you. Aloha, Betty. Folktown turned out at the airport to welcome her back home. But they sure were surprised at the end of the line when Betty didn't show. A week later in the local paper, there was Betty and a native man wearing a grass skirt and a coconut bra, dancing barefoot in the sand. Well, they gave her a lay when she got off the plane. Learned how to hula Waikiki Bay. She spends all day sipping pineapple rums. She's even discovered the native tongue. Goodbye to that girl so straight and steady. Help me out, come on now. Aloha, Betty. Everybody knows it now. Aloha, Betty. Mom and Dad flew out for the wedding. What else could they do? When they saw that glow on her face, somehow they knew that they gave her a lay when she got off the plane. Learned how to hula Waikiki Bay. She spends all day sipping pineapple rums. She's even discovered the native tongue. Goodbye to that girl so straight and steady. Aloha, Betty. That's right. Aloha, Betty. Everybody in the cheap seats out there, come on now. Goodbye to that girl so straight and steady. Aloha, Betty. Aloha, Betty. Come on, Nino. Goodbye, Betty. Adios, girl. Aloha, Betty. Sayonara. Aloha, Betty. Arrivederci. Goodbye, Betty. Dobronoc. Aloha, Betty. Avidazane. All right. Doesn't Vicky have a beautiful backyard? This is definitely made for fun and joy. Very tropical, man. Didn't know better. I think I was in South Florida. Really? Oh, that's right. The good news. Yeah.
The tropical zone.
Yeah, the tropical zone. All right. Let's see. You know, I think I'm just going to go right to the meat of things. And since we are in Florida, after all, another song from my very first CD that it's been around for 20 years, but I still get requests for it all the time, especially during snowbird season. You know, I was working at a little place in Gulf Shores called Papa Rocco's when I was writing this song, and I just had the first verse and chorus, and I just did it for the folks for fun. It was a little quiet night, and they went berserk. I mean, when I got to the chorus, so I said, I'm getting home and to finish this song. It's called "If It's Snowbird Season, Why Can't We Shoot 'Em?"
Yeah!
And the answer is because they spend too damn much money down here. That's why we don't shoot them. Otherwise, you'd be hearing pull, pull. January, February, March. I'm just talking about Gulf Shores, Alabama, where I live. The snowbirds come down, and actually, I make fun of them, but they're like family to me. They really are. They're all these years. It's like I'm so happy when they get there in January, and so damned happy when they leave in March. You can't. It's just like family. Is that not just like family? It's exactly like family. Yes, it is.
That's too long.
Yeah, that's too long. Yeah, it is. 3 days would be fine, wouldn't it? Like Ben Franklin said, like fish and company stink after 3 days. That's right.
Yeah.
But they do a lot of great things. The snowbirds do while they're down there in Arkansas. They do a lot of great things. They can't think of one right now. But anyway, I know they do. I'm pretty sure they do. But wait, I just thought of one. No, I just thought of one. They do a lot of great things. While they're in Gulf Shores, it's a much safer city that time of year because we don't have any, and I mean any high-speed accidents that time of year. It's a much safer city. It's also a smarter city because we're from Alabama and not many of us locals can figure a 3% tip in our head like that. So I got a million of these. I'll shut up. A lot of locals bitch about them always being in the way of the stores and the post office, and it's true. You go to the post office, you could have like a styrofoam thing with a kidney transplant in it, and there'd be 20 people in line that would not let you ahead of them. But it doesn't bother me because I found a cure to that problem. When I go to the post office, I take a big handful of Sweet and Lows, and if there's a big line, I just throw them in the air poof, and holler, "Free!" And as they come down, they rush out of line, and I just walk up there and get first in line. It's a pretty easy thing to do.
It's so true.
It is true. Yeah, wonderful people. They really are. I'm not going to say snowbirds drive slow, but if you drive around Gulf Shores, Orange Beach in February and a car from Michigan passes you, it's stolen. Here's the song. I'll tell you some more jokes later. From my very first CD available over here to my immediate left with Peach and Dale. Get a copy. I need the money. Migration every year, the birds head south. They're flocking down the freeways. Even now, they really think they're flying down the road. 40 miles an hour in a 60 zone. Help me if you know it. So if it's snowbird season, why can't we shoot 'em? I say pull, pull. Tag 'em in, bag 'em in, ship 'em back overnight air. So take your big car and your attitude and your wife's blue hair. And don't tell me how you do it up north, 'cause I don't care. Hit me, band. And a 1 and a 2. Let's all polka back to Minnesota. Wisconsin, jeez. They cut in line at the grocery store and I go a little nuts. My favorite seat at church is where they sit their butts. Well, I think I'm going crazy and I might crack. Well, I could go postal anytime. Someone hold me back. If it's snowbird season, why can't we shoot 'em? I say pull, pull. Tag 'em in, bag 'em in, ship 'em back overnight air. So take your big car and your attitude and your wife's blue hair. Don't tell me how you do it up north, 'cause I don't care. You know, some of my best friends are snowbirds, it's true. If you're offended by my little song, this song's about you. If it's snowbird season, why can't we shoot 'em? I say it. Oh! Tag 'em in, bag 'em in, ship 'em back overnight air. So take your big car and your attitude and your wife's blue hair. Don't tell me how you do it up north, 'cause I don't care. Uno más tiempo. If it's snowbird season, why can't we shoot 'em? Everybody say it. Oh! Tag 'em in, bag 'em in, ship 'em back overnight air. Take your big car and your attitude and your wife's blue hair. Don't tell me how you do it up north, 'cause I don't care. Yeah, don't tell us how you do it up north, 'cause we don't care. Snowbird season. Whoa! What a great crowd today. Well, I'm just going right for the meat again here, because if there was a song that this would fit, it would be Vicky's Backyard. I did have an old girlfriend named Cindy. That's why I keep calling you that. That just goes back a few years. I won't tell you how long, but it's a compliment. That's all I can tell you. Exactly. I was thinking that same thing. That was a good thing. This song and this CD was CD of the year and Song of the Year in Trop Rock Music in, I think, 2010. It's called I Got a Beach in My Backyard.
Oh, yeah.
And I do this for Vicky because I walked out and I said, you really do have a beach in your backyard. It has koozies, just like the song says. I actually wrote this song as kind of a tribute to the people who I work for that live up north in the coal country. And you go up there, their backyard, and they'll have a backyard similar to this, you know, in the middle of coal country, you know, and it's only open 3 days a year, but they have it. And they don't have real palm trees, you know. So, but you know, they want to have this real deal here, you know. They really do. So here it is. I Got a Beach in My Backyard from the CD of the same name. By the way, I have one of those left. We sold all the rest of them last night. But if you go up there and you want to buy that, it is sold. Please do not be ticked at me. I'll go back out in the truck and get some more. So just let me know, okay? Here we go. Beach in My Backyard for Vicky in her backyard. Looking out my back door, I can almost see the ocean. It's only about 1,000 miles south of here. When I close my eyes, I can smell suntan lotion. Wish I could afford to go back this year, but I know a place where we can all go, where that loud flowered shirt would be apropos. So put on your flip-flops, your favorite funny hat, escape with me to my paradise out back. Yeah, I got a beach in my backyard, plastic palm trees and a tiki bar, neon sign flashing, land shark beer, here in my pseudo beach at the Sphere. Got a far north latitude, a Key West attitude, yeah. I got a beach in my backyard, right here in Vicky's backyard. Got a basket full of koozies for all my friends who come. BYOB, but not your troubles here. Trop rock music, sounds of a gentle steel drum, them form a Congo line. Don't forget your beer. Wahinis and grass skirts, lays and coconut bras, Sam's ukulele hanging on the wall. Phony portholes, hoist the skull and bones. No boat, no dock, no worry at my inland home. Yeah, I got a beach in my backyard, plastic palm trees and a tiki bar. Old bucket tunes, the sound of a blender. Guess you could call me a beach bum pretender. Got a far north latitude, Margaritaville attitude, yeah. I got a beach in my backyard, right here in Vicky's backyard. My poor sore finger. I got a beach in my backyard, right here, Port Charlotte. Yeah, I got a beach in my backyard, plastic palm trees and a tiki bar. Parrot lights glowing, shrimp on the Barbie. I'm plugging this guitar, so let's start the party, yeah. I got a beach in my backyard, don't need much money, don't have to go far. Yeah, I got a beach in my backyard, uno so this aquí, por favor. Yeah, I've got a beach. Beach in my backyard. Vicky. Yeah. So Millie Taylor sent me a text and sent me a message.
Yes, she did.
That I had to do this next song, so I got to make sure I do it because I'm afraid if I don't do it now, sure as hell I'll forget it.
She'll come looking for you.
She'll hunt me down like a wild animal.
Yes, she will.
Execute me. Just a little song my buddy Bill White and I wrote. It's from my Beach Fix CD. It's called "There's a Towel on the Beach with Your Name on It." It goes like this. How's the volume? Is it okay? Okay. I saw that cheap souvenir shop. It's still here, where you bought sunglasses and a hat. I asked that boy named Jose, put your name on a towel, worth every dime I paid for that. It's a memory that won't fade away, and it's waiting right here for you today. There's a towel on the beach with your name on it, and a cooler with your favorite drink, and an umbrella chair for a little shade you can sit in when the sun starts to sink. Sitting right next to mine, that's where you'll find there's a towel on the beach with your name on it. Well, I know I look crazy sitting all by myself with two towels in the sand. I heard a radio playing our favorite song, the one playing the first time we danced. I'll hang up so you can pack, and baby, when you get back, there's a towel on the beach with your name on it, and a cooler with your favorite drink, and an umbrella chair for a little shade you can sit in when the sun starts to sink. Sitting right next to mine, that's where you'll find there's a towel on the beach with your name on it. It's a memory that won't fade away, and it's waiting right here for you today. There's a towel on the beach with your name on it, and a cooler with your favorite drink, and an umbrella chair for a little stroll you can sit in when the sun starts to sink. Sitting right next to mine, that's where you'll find there's a towel on the beach. Hey y'all, you're late. Your name on it. You're late. I'm up here. Girl, there's a towel on the beach with your name on it. We're glad you're here anyway. Bill White on the co-write, Town on the Beach. I have been extremely fortunate to co-write with a lot of great songwriters from Nashville and New York and stuff the last few years, and record with Ray Stevens and stuff. But thank you. This next song is one I co-wrote with Ann Reeves, and we do it. Haven't done this in a long time. I think I remember the words, but it's called Pink Flamingo Blues. And of course, when I saw these and those out there, I had no choice but to do this one. So I wrote this with Ann Reeves, and she's a kind of a well-known poet and a college professor in Columbia, Tennessee. Her father was a guy named Dale Reeves, if you're old enough to remember, some country stars. She's his middle child, and some of that creativity spilled over into her, and I wrote Aloha Betty, and we wrote this little song called Pink Flamingo Blues. We'll do this for Vicky and her beach in the backyard. She left 3 pink flamingos in the yard. 1, 2, 3. Watered down margaritas, Chinese takeout, spoiled in the fridge, kinda comatose on this Shamu float from a trailer park pool full of screaming kids. Too much sun, I'm turning pink. Well, I really don't care what anybody thinks. And if I could, I'd just fly away, save this pseudo paradise for another day. And I don't give a damn where she's headed to. I got nothing to lose but these pink flamingo blues. Hanging out on the sofa, how in the hell did I get here? TV's gone and my truck's still missing. Plastic fuchsia feathered friends, my only souvenirs. Pizza for breakfast, pizza for brunch, steal a neighbor kid's bike and make a beer run. And if I could, I'd just fly away, save a pseudo paradise for another day. And I don't give a damn where she's headed to. I got nothing to lose but these pink flamingo blues. She left 3 pink flamingos in the yard. 2 broken lawn chairs, 1 slightly broken heart. Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. And if I could, I'd just fly away, save the pseudo paradise for another day. And I don't give a damn where she's headed to. I got nothing to lose but these pink flamingo blues. She left 3 pink flamingos in the yard. Whoa! Pink Flamingo Blues. Ann Reeves in the co-write. Thank you, Ann. All right. Well, I wrote this with Bill White. It's called Retired. And which reminds me, when I would talk to Vicki about doing this little party, I insisted we start early because I want my older friends to get home before dark. And I just want you to know I'm here for you, okay? I'm thinking about you all the time. Thank you. You're welcome. So, Bill White and I wrote this little song called Retired, and so we got through writing. And I said, I'd love to pitch this to Ray Stevens as a duet because it'd be funny to sing with him. And he said, why don't you call him and ask him? And I said, well, I don't know him. He has been to my shows before in Nashville and stuff, so I've met him and always been nice to me. But I did have a mutual friend that was really good friends with him, and I asked him if he would actually just have the guts to just consider pitching it to him as a duet with me, and he did. And Ray Stevens called and said, I'd love to do it with you. So I went to Nashville and recorded this with Ray Stevens. He couldn't be here today, so I'll do both parts. But he's Vicki, we invited him, did we not? Okay. And a little trivia to this, after he recorded with me, he liked it so well he recorded on one of his CDs, and he actually sang it on his TV show on RFD about 3 or 4 months ago. So thank you, Ray Stevens. And the other story I was going to tell you about this, and I hate to name drop famous people's names because my friend Paul McCartney said don't do that. And just kidding. But I was, after he cut his version of it, I hadn't heard his version of it, and I bumped into him. He was eating dinner in a restaurant I frequent, and I was at the bar having a drink. He was actually eating food, and he came up and said, "Would you like to hear my version of your song?" He says, I said, "Yeah, I really would." He says, "Well, wait till we finish eating." He was having dinner with Patty and Phil Everly of the Everly Brothers, who I've been a fan of theirs since I saw them play when I was 16, and he was a real nice guy, Phil was, and before his death. And he promised we're going to write songs. We never got around to it, unfortunately. But anyway, he said, "Okay, we're through eating. Follow me out the car." So I'm in the car. I'm raised in the driver's seat, playing the song, and Patty Everly's right there, and Phil Everly's sitting next to me, one of my heroes in life, and they're playing my song "Retired," Bill Whitenez, and Ray Stevens is looking back at me and grinning at every funny line, and Phil Everly's bopping his head, grinning, and I'm going, "Man, don't ever forget this moment, friend. This was a moment for me." So here's the song, and for all you anybody out there retired, raise your hand if you're retired. Oh my Lord! Everybody I know everybody I know that's even close to my age is why am I not retired? What is wrong with this picture? Slaving over this hot guitar. It's just like a disease that I can't give it up. It really is. It's an addiction, and I can't help myself. It's like working 3 hours a day with a hot guitar strapped around my neck. Once a week. I'm working twice a week, okay? Do the math. That's 6 hours, for God's sakes. I'm killing myself. For heaven's sakes, my friends. Here's the song, "Retired." Bill White on the co-write. Thank you, Ray Stevens. Goes like this. Damn retired people. We're spending all our money. My kids aren't laughing. We think it's funny. Retire me. My doctor, he's on call. I was a corporate leader. Now I'm a Walmart greeter. Rehired. Saw a gorgeous widow cougar riding on a Vespa scooter with a guy no more than 35, must have been the Villages. I said, "Are you worried about the difference in your ages?" She said, "Listen, honey, if he dies, he dies." Retired. Those working days are in my past. Retired. I can finally speak my mind at last. Retired. I'm driving slow and saving gas on permanent vacation. Golf is my new vocation. I'm retired for. Can't find my reading glasses. My pants need more elastic, and I can't hear a damn thing. You know what? Huh? I put those kids through college if they got so much knowledge. Why do they keep asking me for dough? The answer's no. Retired. I was a captain in the Navy. I used to fly, that's right, and drive the women crazy. Romance? No, I haven't gotten lazy. I'm still at attention with Cialis intervention required. Leave a tip, but did I mention I'm living on a pension and retired? Yes, I'm retired. Thank you. Thank you, Ray Stevens. Thank you, Bill White, for the co-write. Nice and toasty out here. It's not really bad though. It's just on the warm side, but not like Africa hot yet. It's getting there. Hey, can I do one just for the band? Because I want to do one. It's kind of a serious song, but it's a song that has a little meaning to me, because once in a while you'll get a song idea and you spend literally years trying to find it. And I've been working on this since 1972. Which was the first time I ever played in New Orleans in the French Quarter. And I was really curious and drawn toward the street people there. And every time I'd play over there, which was a couple of times a year, I would just notice them and say, I'd go home and say, I got to write a song about them. And I'd try and get a few lines, and nothing ever came out. And a couple of CDs ago, it fell out finally after all those years. Right after I came back from Party Gras in New Orleans, and I was sitting around my guitar thinking about that again, and it fell out finally after all those years. It's a little on the dark side. I apologize. For me, it is at least. It's called The Lost Souls on Bourbon Street. It goes like this. There's a lot of lost souls on Bourbon Street, blending in smiling faces you see. Somewhere in life they lost their way. By the way they look, they're here to stay. Dirty tin cup and a cardboard sign, begging for food, but it's really wine. Talks to himself as he smiles at you. Share what you can spare, merci beaucoup. Something happened that changed his life. Just have a look in those hollow eyes. A time so tough he couldn't bear. Don't look away, you could be there. There's a lot of lost souls on Bourbon Street. They all have stories of tragedy. Did they lose someone dear or just control? Dying slow in shades of indigo. Dog on a rope, a Bible in his hand, preaching to the wind in his fairyland. The streets and the alleys he calls home, and a pillowcase is all he owns. Something happened that changed his life. Just have a look in those hollow eyes. A time so tough he couldn't bear. Don't look away, you could be there. Lost Souls on Bourbon Street. Too dark? Too dark? Sorry about that. You know, as a writer, sometimes you write stuff that's not funny. Well, here's one that Bill White and I wrote. I'll blame it on him because he's not here to defend himself. By the way, speaking of Bill White, some of you probably already know this, but if you don't, I'll tell you. Every year I take a group of people to Europe. And first year went to Ireland, had a great time. Bob Carter went that year. Last year we went to Scotland. Gary Phillips and Sam Rainwater went along. This year we're going to Italy. And Bill White will be accompanying us with his guitar, and Gary Phillips again. So there'll be 3 musical performers. I know some of the people in the audience are signed up for it. Bill and Raynell are going. So it's going to be a great time. Next year, a year and 1 or 2 months from now, we're going to go on a river cruise on the Rhine. And so if you're interested in going on these trips, the Italy trip is filled up, but we have a waiting list, and I'm sure with 48 people on the bus, somebody will have a emergency and won't be able to go. So if you're interested in going to Italy with us, and Bill White and I and a group of fun people, just go to my website and ask to sign up, and we'll get you on the list. And if you're interested in the Rhine River thing, just go to my website, send me an email, and just tell us you're interested, and we'll put you on our little list of as the details unfold in the next 2 weeks. So let me know. Okay, back to music. Here's a little song Bill White and I wrote. Little love song. Whatever happened to polyester slacks? Whatever happened to all those 8 tracks? Whatever happened to using good taste? And what the hell happened to Kenny Rogers' face? Whatever happened to those rabbit ears, Harvey Wallbangers, and 2% beer? Whatever happened to 1 billion waterbeds? What the hell happened to Barry Bonds' head? It's so big. Things that have been here, things that are gone, some things we don't miss since we said so long. Explain to me what happened to measles and mumps, mullets and beehives, 2 sugar lumps. I don't miss leisure suits and And where's all those gold chains? And tell me again who abducted Shirley MacLaine's brain. Things that have been here, things that are gone, some things we don't miss since we said so long. Pet Rocks and Pac-Man, knee-high and tab. Are the loony bins all closed? Now that there's rehab. Where's Michael Jackson's nose and Ipana toothpaste? And what the hell happened to Kenny Rogers' face? Is that really the gambler or a droid in his place? What the hell happened to Kenny Rogers, Bruce Jenner's face? We were just wondering one day, and when Bill and I write songs, weird stuff comes out sometimes. Okay, here's a song. I've got a brand new CD out right now. It's called Emergency Vacation. We have t-shirts that say Emergency Vacation with a little red cross right there on there. So if you're interested, we have right over here. There they are. Pete's told one of them.
There they are for all the
God bless
people
you,
on
Pete.
TV
Don't
land.
forget when you buy one of the CDs, all that money goes to a worthy cause, in my opinion. And I'm just saying, it's just, man does not live by bread alone. He has beer money. Here's one from my new CD. Bill Whitener wrote this, and it's called I'm Just a Little Bitty Fish in a Great Big Pond, which I'm happy to be. I've been to Paris. I played down under. That was fun. In 79, I was a one-hit wonder, I swear to God. If they want me back, don't give them my number. Been in some big spotlights, but it feels so right, sitting on a bar stool in paradise. I'm just a little bitty fish in a great big pond. Couldn't be happier singing my songs to you. You're addicted, yeah, to you. Just a floating along, not swimming upstream. Guppy or whale, somewhere in between, where I belong. Where I belong. I'm just a little bitty fish in a great big pond. I moved to the beach back in 72. I got hooked on the people wearing no shoes. I'm not sitting on top, but I sure like the view. I find size don't matter, I don't want to swim faster. Rich or happy, give me the ladder. I'm just a little bitty fish in a great big pond. Couldn't be happier singing my songs to you. Yeah, it's true. Just a floating along, not swimming upstream. Guppy or whale, somewhere in between, where I belong. Where I belong. I'm just a little bitty fish in a great big pond. Here comes my Nashville band. Big city lights, not for me. I know who I am, and I'm proud to be. Just a little bitty fish in a great big pond. Couldn't be happier singing my songs to you. Yeah, to you. Just a floating along, not swimming upstream. Guppy or whale, somewhere in between, where I belong. Where where I belong. I'm just a little bitty fish in a great big pond. Yeah, I'm just a little bitty fish in a great big pond. Yep, and I'm glad to be here. Sitting on one of Vicky's beautiful bar stools she makes, by the way. Get yourself one. I'm not sure who I'm sitting on, but sorry about that. As Forrest would say. Oh, so this next song is a song I'll be singing this coming Monday night at Lulu's in Gulf Shores. As you know, Lucy Buffett, Jimmy's sister, owns that place, and I've been playing there. I'm in my 14th season there on Monday nights. I've just been there for a long time. This is the first song I sang at Lucy Buffett's place 13 and a half years ago. I didn't know what she even looked like, and she didn't know who I was. And how many of you have ever been to Lulu's? Raise your hands. Quite a few of you have. And the stage is here, and up here is a raised about 3 or 4 foot bar along the rail there, and Lucy was sitting there, and somebody said, "That's Lucy Buffett." I go, "Oh, really? Okay." And it was pretty obvious at that point that she was there checking me out, and no, musically, I mean, not that way. Come on, get your minds out of the gutter. My gosh, that would have been a great career move. But anyway, I wouldn't be here, Vicky. No offense to you, but I mean, I'd be smoking dope with Jimmy and selling T-shirts on the breaks, okay, and making 200 G's a year, and pretty much hanging out in the south of France or Marseille. And anyway, I digress. So I said, what song do I sing? And how gutsy do I want to get? Because she's never heard me before. So I said, I want to roll the dice. So the first song I sang was Living the Life Jimmy Buffett Only Wrote About, which is a sarcastic, cynical look at her brother, Jimmy. And I figured she thought it was funny I'd be there for a while. So I did the song, looked over at her at the bar, and she smiled big and gave me a thumbs up, and I've been there ever since. So thank you, Lucy Buffett and the Buffett family, for 13 and a half fun years. It's a great place to work. Yeah, for Lucy. And her long-lost brother, poor guy. Some of us that are going to Italy, we're about 3/4 of our group is taking a side trip before Italy, and we're going to Paris because he's playing there those 3 or 4 days before we go to Italy. So I'm going to see him. It's a great venue that seats about 1,200 people only, so it should be very intimate. And I'm sure he'll ask me up to sing one. I'm just sure. Yep. What do you think the chances of that? Slim and none, and Slim's out of town. So here's the song. Lucy, I played for Lucy the first time out. Living the Life Jimmy Buffett Only Wrote About. From my CD entitled Living the Life Jimmy Buffett Only Wrote About. The 1998 available cassettes, 8 tracks, and vinyl. Maybe not vinyl. Buffett's on Broadway, I'm at the beach. He's wearing Johnston Murphys, I'm in my bare feet. He's rolling in the dough while I roll in the sand. Picking my 6-string and a funky little band. I'm living a life Jimmy Buffett only wrote about. Let him count the money, I'll go ahead and live his life out. He'll have to live vicariously. There will be a drinking ordinary guy like me. I'm living a life Jimmy Buffett wrote about. He's flying his airplane, I'm driving my van, living with a waitress and working on my tan. He's up with the big dogs making a deal. I'm down here in the Rio Margaritaville, just living a life Jimmy Buffett only wrote about. Let him count the money, I'll go ahead and live his life out. He'll have to live vicariously. There will be a drinking ordinary guy like me. I'm living a life Jimmy Buffett wrote about. He's in the boardroom while I'm in a bar room. He's dealing with stress. I'll be feeling better soon. Help me real damn soon, 'cause I'm living a life Jimmy Buffett only wrote about. Let him count the money, I'll go ahead and live his life out. He'll have to live vicariously to a beer-drinking ordinary guy like me. I'm living a life Jimmy Buffett wrote about. Yeah, it's true, it's so true. I'm living a life Jimmy Buffett wrote about. Yeah, we miss you down here in the Gulf Coast, Jimmy. Come back and visit again real soon, brother. Yeah, we're wasting away without you. Living the life. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Lucy. Well, how many of you are going to Key West this year for MOTM? About half of you. Cool, cool. Well, I'll be there. If you're going to down there, check my website. I'll be at the Island Dog, and I might be doing a Sunset Cruise maybe, and I'm going to be at the San Carlos Theater with Donnie Brewer and one other person for Fools on Stools on Thursday night, and I'll be playing registration on Thursday morning, Island Dog on Thursday afternoon. Going to be a busy Thursday. It's all right, making money, having fun. So here's a song inspired by one of my trips to Key West, Florida. It's called I Came Here on Vacation, I'm Going Home on Probation. It goes like this. From my beach in my backyard CD. Three-day getaway down in the Florida Keys. That way, I think. This time Duval Street got the best of me. I argued with the cop. He said I was speeding, that I really ran out of luck. When my girlfriend leaned over and whispered real loud, he's stubborn when he's drunk. I came here on vacation, I'm going home on probation. And the only souvenir I got was my black and white mugshot. Yeah, but I still love it here, and I'll be back soon. My court date's in early June. Yeah, I came here on vacation, I'm going home on probation. Come on in. He was a Cuban cop, so he didn't like my jokes. No, not at all. About the Castro brothers or him coming here on a boat. Sorry about that. He said turn around, and I kept spinning till I got a case of vertigo. Then my girlfriend started screaming, kicking and swinging like a scene from a real cop show. She came here on vacation, she's going home on probation. And the only souvenir she got was her black and white mugshot. Yeah, she still loves it here, she'll be back soon. Our court date's in early June. Yeah, she came here on vacation, she's going home on probation. This story has no moral, it's just a little tale If you're gonna be a bad boy, bad boys, bad boys, what you gonna do? You might end up in jail. Yeah, we came here on vacation. We're going home on probation. And the only souvenir we got was our black and white mugshot. Yeah, we still love here. We'll be back soon. Our court date's in early June. Yeah, we came here on vacation. We're going home on probation. Probation. Be careful when you come to my hometown for a vacation. We want you to come back, but not on a mandatory basis, if at all possible. Well, as I said, I've been fortunate to write with some of the great songwriters, including this next guy. His name is Larry Butler, which you may not know his name, but Larry was a Grammy Award winner. He wrote Somebody Done Somebody Wrong song, She Believes in Me. He produced the Gambler album for Kenny Rogers, which won a Grammy. He actually had 100 gold records for between publishing and writing and producing. So he was quite the guy in Nashville. Unfortunately, died prematurely about 4 years ago. But he was kind enough to write songs with me for my Cuban Sugar CD, and we wrote this little song. Larry Butler, the late great Larry Butler. It's called "I Can't Get Away from Me." Thank you, Larry. Whoops. Sitting on the edge of the dock with my feet in the water, watching the sunrise, drinking more beer than I oughta. I came to the islands to set my conscience free, but so far it's not working. Can't get away from me. Lady with brown eyes held me close last night, reminded me of someone I did every way but right. Anything I've ever done or will ever do, I would erase all the pain I put her through. So I'm sitting on the edge of the dock with my feet in the water, watching the sunrise, drinking more beer than I oughta. I came to the islands to set my conscience free, but so far it's not working. Can't get away from me. How does a man throw away what he's got in the palm of his hand? How could I have been so wrong? I will never understand. So I'm sitting on the edge of the dock with my feet in the water, watching the sunrise, drinking more beer than I oughta. I came to the islands to set my conscience free, but so far it's not working. Can't get away from me. Can't get away from me, Larry Butler. Thank you, Larry. The late, great Larry Butler. Great songwriter, great producer, great guy. So, there's a guy named Bobby Weinstein I've written with, and you don't know his name either, but I'll tell you who he is. He's in the Songwriters Hall of Fame. He lives in Pompano Beach, right across the way, and he came out of retirement about 3 years ago. We coerced him, Roger Sovine and I. Roger's a Nashville legend. He was a head of BMI there in Nashville, and his father was Red Sovine, if you remember that name. And anyway, a wonderful guy, and he retired in Gulf Shores. We became friends, started to play a little golf. Well, what I do is not really golf, other than he salt the game. But and he talked to Bobby. I met him at the BMI Songwriters Festival, and I was invited to one year. And Bobby came over, and Roger and Bobby sang a few songs. But he came over to Gulf Shores with his wife Carol, and we wrote songs for my Baby Boomer CD. And instead of doing one of those great power ballads that Bobby is famous for, Bobby wrote, by the way, I Think I'm Going Out of My Head, and then It Hurts So Bad by Little Anthony and the Imperials, It's Gonna Take a Miracle, and when he was 16 years old, he wrote a million seller for Steve Lawrence in 1956 called Little Blue Eyes, which I actually remember, so that's why he's in the Songwriters Hall of Fame. But rather than write a great song like that and maybe make some money, I drug him down to the creative mud with me, and we wrote the Walmart Greeter tribute song. Nobody accused me of being smart, okay? So, here it goes. From my Baby Boomer CD, Roger Sovine, Bobby Weinstein on the co-write, the Walmart Greeter tribute song. You know what? It makes me sad what's happened to Walmart greeters. They're starting to eliminate them. They took away their little blue vests first and their name tags, and they're starting to disappear like the great herds of buffalo on the plains and the dodo bird and the carrier pigeon. And if you remember personally any of those references, you really should not be home after dark. You should be home, at the home. It kind of ticks me off that they eliminated the Walmart greeters, because that was always my fallback position if this music thing didn't work out. It's just something I can do. Oh, here we go. Get in. Got my blue vest on, my name tag straight, my comb over's gelled, and I'm never late. I'm doing my best, 8 hours a day. I give it all for an honest day's wage. I'm a Walmart greeter, a grinning, greeting Walmart man. Help me, girls, grinning, greeting Walmart man. Well, I love my job so much, I always do the best that I can. Now here's my deal. Front door's my stage. I'm doing my best for minimum wage. I'm wearing a smile and Velcro shoes. I meet and greet the folks and do security too. I'm a Walmart greeter, I'm grinning, greeting Walmart man. Grinning, greeting, come on girls, Walmart man. Well, I love my job so much, best that I can. I'll look in your bag, check your receipt. You bring something back, you gotta go through me. Customer service is gonna be a lot quicker. Just hold on a minute, I'll give you a sticker. I'm a Walmart greeter, a grinning, greeting Walmart man. Help me, grinning, greeting Walmart man. Well, I love my job so much, I always do the best that I can. You need a TV or a toaster? I can sure find that. I know every aisle, I got them down pat. Mr. Customer Service, they call me down at the store. There's lingerie on 3, depends on number 4. I'm a Walmart greeter, a grinning, greeting Walmart man. Help me, grinning, greeting Walmart man. Well, I love my job so much, I only do the best that I can. I'll get down real low now. So when I die, and I'm laid to rest. I'll be looking cool in my old blue vest. My last request, it'll be in my will. Send my money to my honey, my body to Bentonville. I'm a Walmart grader, a grin and written Walmart man. Grin and written, come on now, Walmart man. Well, I love my job so much, I only do the best that I can. Well, I love my job so much, I only do the best that I can. Can I help you with them bags, ma'am? Paper or plastic? Bobby Weinstein, Roger Sobine, and the co-write. I tell you, writing with some of those guys, the old timers like that especially, they have some of the most amazing stories because of where they've been, because of who they are. And Bobby was telling me about when he lived in Memphis, writing for what's his name, Chips Moman, how he got to meet. He met Elvis. He was invited to an Elvis party. Elvis used to rent movie theaters, and bring his friends in. And Bobby was invited one night. And he said Elvis walked in after everybody was there, and just like he said he was like dressed ready for a show. He was like, made up, and his girlfriend went to the bathroom, and Elvis got introduced to him while his girlfriend was in the bathroom. And he said, "This is Bob Weinstein." He wrote, "I think I'm going on out of my head." And he said, "What, you wrote that?" He says, and he said he started singing, "Well, I think I'm going," right in front of Bobby, singing a verse and a chorus, and Bobby's like, "Wow." And he leaves. I said, "I want to record that." And his girlfriend came back and he said, "You ain't going to believe what you just missed by going to the bathroom. Elvis sang my song to me." But they have great stories and getting to hang out with the Beatles and stuff like that. Things I'll never do. Well, it's too late for that one, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
So our hostess, Vicki, had this request, which is from my Tropical Nuts CD. By the way, we do have CDs, hats, T-shirts. Really? Yes, we do. Man cards. We have man cards. There's the man card. He's right back there in the back. And I'll be taking a break here. Yeah, about 20 minutes or so to give you a chance to stretch your legs and get out some of that pension money. And hey, do go with us to Europe sometime. It's really a hoot, man. It's people our age, and it's a lot of fun. And the river cruise should be fun. We just haven't announced the details, but it's a lot of fun. If you can go, you would have a good time. I promise. I give you my word of honor, and I wouldn't lie to you. I would, but I'm not. How about that? Here's one for Vicki. And by the way, I must say one more time to Vicki, for you folks who don't realize this, never done something like this, parties don't throw themselves, and it takes a lot of work. So make sure you tell her how much you appreciate her.
Yeah.
As I told her earlier, at least twice, and I'll probably say it again before I leave, that it's people like her, and you showing up, of course, but people like Vicki that make it possible for people like me to make a living at what I love, and that's writing songs and performing them. So I appreciate that. Thank you. Here's one for our hostess, the hostess. Victor was different since he was a boy. He preferred dolls to little boys' toys. His mama didn't worry, but daddy could see Vic wouldn't be playing on the football team. Then one night, when he thought he was alone, he was on the kitchen table when his daddy came home. What his father saw, he never would confess. Victor was dancing in his mother's favorite dress. His hitch in the army didn't go so well, so he had a special operation. Now Victor's not only changed his name, but his orientation.
Victoria.
Victoria's Secret. It's Victoria's Secret. All to himself, she's keeping it. It's just Victoria's Secret. Steel drums. Now Vicky's got a job down in New Orleans, dancing on Bourbon Street and shaking that thing. The men throw her beads, 'cause they don't know She was one of them not too long ago as Victoria's Secret. Victoria's Secret. All to himself, she's keeping it. It's just Victoria's Secret. So if you find yourself with a real tall girl and suddenly remember this song, I bet you ask a few questions before you think of taking her home. Is that an Adam's apple? Victoria's Secret. Victoria's Secret. All to herself, she's keeping it. It's just Victoria's Secret. Victoria's Secret. She. Victoria's Secret. She. All to herself, she's keeping it. It's just Victoria's Secret. Steel drums. Vicky. Victoria's Secret. Which reminds me, by the way, some of the best advice I ever got as a young adult. I was 18 years old in Fort Lewis, Washington, taking my basic training, getting ready to go on my first weekend pass into Tacoma, and my crusty old drill sergeant at the time pulled me aside and said, "Burns, when you get in Tacoma tonight, don't get a damn tattoo, and don't dance with the tall girls if they're wearing a scarf." Anyway, I got the tattoo. I'll show you later. Hey, you want to dance? Sure. Nah, never mind. Let's see, where was I? Oh. So I had this discussion with my close personal friends all the time about my maturity level. I say I am youthful. They say I'm immature. Thank you for youthful. Thank you. So I pondered this thought, and of course what happened was I wrote a song about it. It's from my Hard to Be Buffett Sometimes, I think this song is for. It's called What Am I Gonna Do If I Have to Grow Up? Oh my gosh, what a horrible thought. I was 16 when I bought this guitar, not this particular guitar, but a guitar. My buddies were flipping burgers, I was playing in a bar. After Uncle Sam, I started picking again. And I haven't worked a day in my life since then. Somehow I got trapped with a teenager's mind. Never fully matured after all this time. And what am I gonna do if I have to grow up? Find an honest job, yeah, that would be rough. I'd be a middle adolescent who's ran out of luck. Yeah, what am I gonna do? I wish I knew. What am I gonna do if I have to grow up? I passed my prime, but not in my mind. I'm an aging delinquent with a guilty smile. I worry about waking up one day to find the kid in me split and left the grown-up behind. Where would I go? What would I do? To tell you the truth, I don't have a clue. So what am I gonna do if I have to grow up? Find an honest job, yeah, that would be rough. I'd be a middle adolescent who's ran out of luck. Yeah, what am I gonna do? No paddle or canoe. What am I gonna do if I have to grow up? I don't wanna grow up. Let me practice here. Hello, ma'am. Would you like those fried super size? Yeah, what am I gonna do if I have to grow up? Find an honest job. Yeah, that would really suck. I'd be a little adolescent who's ran out of luck. Yeah, what am I gonna do? No paddle or canoe. Will I have to wear shoes? No music revenue. What am I gonna do if I have to grow up? I don't wanna grow up. I don't wanna grow up. I'm not grown up. Nope. Ain't that the truth? Which also brought about the musical question when I keep talking about retirement. Well, a friend of mine reminded me that before you retire, you have to get some kind of a job. But I'll work it out. I'll work it out. I'm going to figure it out.
That's my problem.
Yeah, I know. So, I wrote a song about that too. Because the reason I don't retire is several reasons, but number one, I love what I do. I love writing songs, and if I didn't write and didn't perform for people like you, I just would be miserable. But number two, I don't have any hobbies. Honest to goodness, I don't play golf. I don't fish. I don't boat. I don't collect stamps. I like happy hour, and I like racehorses. Those aren't hobbies. Those are like vices. So, and I have a multitude of those, of course. But I don't really have any hobbies, so I'm afraid if I retired, that I'd be that guy that gets up every morning, goes down to the American Legion about noon and starts drinking, you know. I'd be that guy.
What's wrong with that?
And betting on the horses.
Betting on a horse, I already do that. But then a friend of mine said, no, you wouldn't do that. And I said, why? Because I know for a fact you don't get out of your pajamas till 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so how can you go to the Legion at noon? I said, so what your point is what? I'll have it delivered. First round to my house. Where was I? So I wrote this little song, which kind of ties it a little bow. It's called "I'll Keep Singing Till the Phone Stops Ringing." It's from one of my Beach Fix, I think. I'm not swearing to that. I thought about retiring. What would I do? Probably sleeping late, start drinking at noon. I'm addicted to the music, I'd be jonesing, I admit. I need a self-help program for singers who can't quit. I'll keep singing till the phone stops ringing. Yeah, I'll keep singing till the phone stops ringing. It won't be easy letting go. Hard to imagine my last show. I'll keep singing till the phone stops ringing. The smell of the grease paint, the roar of the crowd. Some nights applause is still a big rush, so I can't stop now. It's still fun for me, so I can't walk away. Life without music, say it's not so silver play. I'll keep singing till the phone stops ringing. Yeah, I'll keep singing till the phone stops ringing. It won't be easy letting go. Hard to imagine my last show. I quit singing when the phone stops ringing. My Nashville band. They'll probably put me in a home for broken down singers. I'll be squeaking out, living the life. To the elderly women, I'll keep singing till the phone stops ringing. Yeah, I'll keep singing till the phone stops ringing. It won't be easy letting go as they wheel me down the ramp. In my last show, I'll quit singing when the phone stops ringing. Yeah, 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 I'll keep singing till the phone stops ringing. Any calls for me today? No? Okay. Thank you. What a great crowd. It's a great crowd. I know I said that every time I play, but I really mean it this afternoon. I truly do. No, really, I do. I shouldn't have told you that part, but I really do. No, you're a great. It's a great audience. No, I'm being very sincere, and you know, sincerity is so important in life. Once you learn how to fake that, it gets a lot easier. But anyway, you know, it's really bad when you tell that joke and nobody gets it. It really is an uncomfortable feeling. It makes you really want to crawl off the stage in a hole. So here's a song. Every once in a while I write a song that inspires a t-shirt, and Living the Life is one of them. I got them up there for sale. And not that I'm trying to influence you in any way to buy something, but you know, I had those 8 children I adopted last year, and it's like and they need snow cone money and backpacks for school. So if you could buy something, it would be great. But also trying to help out, of course, with CD sales. You know, once you have a little success in life, it's amazing how many cousins you have that need money and help. And but I say no to all of them. But we are trying to make money from CD sales and hat shirt sales to help my little sister. I don't know if you heard, she's having emergency surgery next year, and it is elective and cosmetic. But if you'd ever seen my sister, you'd know why it's an emergency. But we don't get her fixed. She ain't never going to find a man to move out. And I tell you that double wide trailer with one bathroom is getting pretty damn small, you know. Shameful, I know. I just can't help myself sometimes. But here's one Bill White and I wrote. It's called, it inspired the pink t-shirt. It's called Trailer Park Sexy. It goes like this. Thank you. She wears her jeans way too tight. She'd kick butt in a Springer fight. She got a biker tattoo down where the sun don't shine, and a Hooters thong wedgie up her behind. She got fire engine red painted on her lips, hair piled high like cotton candy on a stick. A NASCAR groupie, she still grieves. On her pickup truck is a big number 3. She's trailer park sexy to me, a big bone double wide loving machine. She's just Jenny from the cement blocks, and she's trailer park sexy to me. Woo, who loves you, baby? You know I do. Come give me a big old wet kiss. Well, she wears more makeup than Tammy Faye. Sorry, Tammy. Press on nails and 2 packs a day. She got a miracle bra holding up her bust. She's a Bunsen burner, baby, when her pipes freeze up. And it's long neck bottles on girls' night out. She likes them scattered and smothered at the Waffle House. Shot a 10-point buck from her own deer stand, cause all her ex-husbands my old man. She's trailer park sexy to me, a big bone double wide loving machine. She's just Jenny from the cement blocks, and she's trailer park sexy to me. She's got a few loose ends and she can come unwound, but it's hard not to love a woman who's got her house tied down. She's trailer park sexy to me, a big bone double white leather machine. She's just Jenny from the cement, right St. She's trailer park sexy to me. Trailer park sexy to me. Who loves you, baby? You know I do. Come give me a big old hug. From my Ragtop and Flip Flop CD, which was 2008 CD of the year in trop rock music. That goes way back, doesn't it? It's 10 years ago, first year. That was the first year of the awards. Shocked me because I didn't think that, just didn't have any idea I would win anything that year. Very nice, pleasant surprise for sure. Let's see, so many songs, so little time. You're great. You're so quiet. Listen to everything I say. It's laughing at the bad jokes. Just so nice of you. Say what? And still sober, which even makes it more amazing. Oh, that's why you're quiet. You're still hungover from last night, so you're not talking a lot because it hurts to talk. I get it. Okay, I get it.
Maybe
Okay.
a lot of people are asleep.
Could be sleeping. Oh, nice thought there, old timer. Speak for yourself. I saw you dozing off over there, but just I was getting ready to put a mirror under your nose, but
I love your songs. You know, they're like lullabies.
Like lullaby.
everything's a lullaby to you.
Yeah, here's.
No,
No picking on John.
No, I was just.
Says who?
Yeah, really.
Here's your damn Walmart greeter right here.
You would make a good Walmart greener except for one thing. You're too damn cranky. That's just bullshit. That's right.
He really knows you.
Yeah, get the hell out of here.
He'd be walking in, he'd be going, what the hell are you doing here? Oh, you want a basket? Sure.
come on, you predicted my death 10 years ago.
I did predict your death 10 years. No, I didn't. I just said don't buy any green bananas. That's all I told you. So, Millie Taylor made me promise to do this song. You know, she's from Texas. Anybody else here from Texas? Are you really? I'll apologize for this song ahead of time. Okay. You live here now? You live here now? There's a reason for that, isn't there? You're not going back, are you? No, you're not. Yes. You'll love this song then. It's called Bill White now on this one from Millie Taylor. Hey, Millie. It's called What's So Big About Texas? We'll find out. Prairie dogs and tumbleweeds, armadillos running free. What's so big about Texas? There's lots of guys in cowboy hats wouldn't know a cow from an old polecat. What's so big about Texas? At gas production they excel, but oil wells smell like hell. What's so big about Texas? You know Julia Roberts married Lyle. I guess that hair was just too wild. What's so big about Texas? You can tell they're from the Lone Star State. Hear 'em bragging from a mile away. Oversized tires on their pickup trucks. You can tell they're from Texas, but you can't tell them much, no. They're always saying cowboy out, but they never rode a horse in bucks. What's so big about Texas? Take it, boys. By the way, I'm from Oklahoma. Now you know why. In Dallas, they got Jerry Jones, giant screen like his ego. What's so big about Texas? They got miles and miles and miles and miles, miles and miles and miles and miles, miles and miles and miles and miles. That's what's so big about Texas. You can tell they're from the Lone Star State. Hear 'em bragging from a mile away. Oversized tires on their pickup trucks. You can tell they're from Texas, but you can't tell them much. No, not much. They're always saying cowboy out, but they never rode a horse in bucks. What's so big about Texas? They got George Strait and barbecue. They got a good honky tonk or two. At the Alamo, they took a stand. All right, I guess I understand. What's so big about Texas? For you, Millie.
Millie Marie.
So big about Texas. Well, got time for one more song this set, and I got to get some oxygen and take my medication.
All right. Over ice?
Can I borrow yours, John? Your oxygen?
Oh, we went to go look for his.
John, are you eating or grazing him? You've been over there 10 times at the food court. Has he got a plastic bag in his pocket? Somebody check it, frisk him for a Ziploc. You're putting food in the Ziploc for later, aren't you?
No, a suitcase.
It's probably my most requested song Bill White and I wrote. It's called I'm Going Ugly Early Tonight. We have a t-shirt that says that. Which, there you go, there's a t-shirt right there, Ugly Early. It's most appropriate when most of the girls here would be wearing it. It would be very appropriate. So it's been pretty good. It's been recorded by several different people, including Cletus T. Judd on his Bipolar and Proud CD. Sold 195,000 copies. And they paid us on time, thank you, Cletus, which means he's outsold my version by 190,000 copies. But I want you to know I'm not bitter, okay? I'll be right back. Well, me and Bobby Ray were going down to a pickup joint just outside of town. You know, a meat market where you pick up chicks. Well, knowing Bobby Ray as I do, he'll be going home alone before the night is through. He's just too darn picky. He always wants to score big. Well, I'm not leaving here alone. I'm gonna compromise early on. Yeah, I'm going ugly early tonight. She may not be a beauty queen, but that's alright. I'm not waiting around for one that looks good in the light. I'm going ugly early tonight. So Bobby, I said, please don't stare, but check them two out over there. He said, you mean the good-looking blonde and the one with the big zits? I said, yeah, that's them, and here's my plan. I'm not going for Miss Scandinavian, her little chubby friend. That's my pick. You can drink 'em pretty, but not skinny. You get too picky, you ain't getting any. So I'm going ugly early tonight. She may not be a beauty queen, but that's alright. I'm not waiting around for one that looks good in the light. I'm going ugly early tonight. Then all of a sudden, to my surprise, the pretty one was giving me the eye, and I was fixing to move up from a 2 to a 10. She said, I don't live too far from here. I'll get my purse, you pay for the beers. And I was feeling pretty puffed up till she turned to her friend. I guess she didn't think I'd hear those hurtful words she whispered in little Chubby's ear. I'm going ugly early tonight. His friend is better looking, but I ain't got the time. I'm not waiting around for one that looks good in the light. She said, I'm going ugly early tonight. You know, she really hurt my pride way down deep inside. I'm glad she's going ugly early tonight. Yeah, I'll be right back. Thanks again, Vicki. Thank you all for being here. A little break and we'll be right back. Collected by Brent Burns CD. Form a single file line to my left. No pushing, shoving, or cutting line, please. No gouging eyeballs. I think I'll put a little background music on for you from one of my CDs. Let's see. How about Cuban Sugar? Azúcar Cubano.
Yeah, kick buckets out of
I'm
there.
gonna kick buckets out of the way.
Oh,
Thank
wait,
you all the
wait,
Shoreline-
stop.
You ready?
No, It's
me.
blank.
What?
Come here, fix it.
I have to tell you, my work's gonna die.
All right, all right. Thank you all people on Shore Life TV that are listening to the Brent Burns Show. We're taking a little break and then we're going to come back. We are at the tropical zone in Port Charlotte, Florida, and this is the tropical zone. So if you can pan around, this is probably one of the most beautiful house concert venues you'll ever see. I'm gonna
Everybody say hey.
Everybody say hey. Hey.
Hey.
We're having a great time.
Say hola, world.
Fun, fun, fun. Got a beach in our backyard.
Jimmy DiNapoli.
Y'all come back now, you hear?
Yeah.
Okay.